it's been a nice couple of days to just catch a movie or do some indoor activities. Listen, if it wasn't raining, it would be stifling hot. So take your pick.
I'll take the rain, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's a very unusual pattern for us. That's the problem. And this weekend, it's been really coming in rounds throughout the day. That's why we have our weather impact alert from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Doesn't mean it's going to rain from start to finish during that time period, but it does mean that we will have these downpours kind of come and go throughout the area. Some areas won't see anything, while other areas will have some downpours really leading to some beneficial rain, but also some flooding that comes with it. So looking at tomorrow, the weather impact alert, once again, it's the same pattern that we have been in, maybe more southwesterly with that wind, which pushes that rain more up toward the north. I'll go over that in just a second. But the rounds of rain, the flood threat, that's been the threat all week long. And what you need to do, make sure you're streaming the latest. If we have any alerts we need to tell you about, we'll tell you there. And also have the rain gear, of course, a backup plan, especially if they're outdoor plans for your Sunday. Here's satellite and radar showing some showers and storms that are just off the coast. We do have some lighter rain kind of just spread throughout the area. Pasco County, Hernando, Citrus, seeing most of that pesky nuisance rain at this time. We want rain, we want a nice downpour, right? At least that's how I feel about it. But looking around Cedar Key, Crystal River, these are all those downpours that are just offshore. They will make their way onshore as we move into the overnight hours and toward early Sunday morning. Also, there's a flood watch in effect. If you missed it, we did go over this at the start of the show. It is for Hernando and Citrus counties, but that doesn't mean if your area is not highlighted here, this is put out by the National Weather Service, that you're not going to see flooding. It's just that these areas have a better chance to see that flooding because it's been so saturated the last couple of days. Plus, with the southwesterly wind, it's driving the moisture in that way. So they have the best chance to see those flooding conditions. So watch just means that conditions are there for flooding to occur. Of course, a warning or a flood advisory would mean that flooding is actually happening. Looking at futurecasts into tomorrow, this is our in-house model. This model wants to paint it a little bit drier. These models have been going back and forth. We've been saying that all week because it's not our typical pattern. They're having a little bit of trouble picking up on when exactly it's going to rain on top of your house. Looking at the afternoon, lunchtime, this is very similar to what we saw for today, where we have those scattered showers, downpours in the region, all the way from Citrus County down to Manatee and Sarasota. That will start to spread across the east as the day goes on, and we will have a few more rounds of those downpours, but most of that will start to push over to the other coast. Let's look at the high resolution model. Usually this one is a little bit more ambitious with the rain, but same thing. It kind of pulled back for those rain chances tomorrow morning. I think we do have a pretty good shot at seeing some rain tomorrow morning just because of what exists off the coast right now. As we move into lunchtime, here we go, looking pretty similar to our in-house model, right? That's good. We like to see things looking similar and agreeing. Again, all the way from Citrus County down to Manatee, Sarasota, especially closer to the coast. Notice the wind coming straight in from the southwest. That's driving all that moisture that exists in the Gulf onto our coastal locations. This is 3 o'clock, hangs out those showers a little bit closer to our coast for a little longer, but also notice some areas like Polk County, Hardee, DeSoto, Highlands start to see the rain spread that way as well for the second half of the afternoon. So basically opposite of what our pattern typically is. Usually we have those showers and storms start up across our interior and move out to the Gulf, and usually it happens the second half of the day. Tomorrow will be kind of a hit or miss all day event. Forecast rainfall, don't pay attention to the numbers so much. Look at the contour here, the reds. That's where we will have the higher rainfall totals. Again, all driven by that southwesterly wind. Also put out by the Storm Prediction Center. I did want to go over this. This is important. They did put that down a little bit further into Pasco County, highlighted by the yellow. That means that they do have the higher chance to see some flooding in those regions. So just pay attention. Poor drainage, low-lying areas, saturated areas. If your area's had a lot of rain the last few days, closer to the coast, those are all areas to watch. That's the only threat that's really coming with this. It's not a wind threat. It's not a severe thunderstorm threat. It's a heavy rain and flood event threat. So just pay attention. And then this week we get back into our normal forecast around Tuesday, Wednesday.